Hey everyone, welcome back to the Spanish faculty. I'm Emma.
And I'm Alex. Today we're going to teach you something that'll actually change your life.
Big claim.
I know, but hear me out. You know what separates tourists from people who actually live in Spanish?
Tell me.
It's not grammar. It's not perfect pronunciation. It's being able to describe your normal, boring, everyday life.
Wait, boring?
Okay, not boring, but think about it. When you meet someone, what do you talk about?
What I did today, what I'm doing this weekend, my routine.
Exactly. Nobody walks up to you and says, "Excuse me, could you conjugate the subjunctive?"
That would be terrifying.
Right? But people do ask, "What do you do in the mornings?" or "How was your day?"
So if you can describe your daily routine,
You can actually have real conversations in Spanish with real people.
that's actually brilliant.
I know. And here's what we're doing today. By the end of this video, which yes, is longer than usual because we're going deep, you'll be able to describe your entire day in Spanish.
From the moment you wake up,
To the moment you pass out at night scrolling on your phone.
too real.
And here's the best part. At minute 16, we're going to have Alex describe his actual chaotic disaster of a morning, live in Spanish, with no preparation.
I'm starting to regret this.
And at minute 32, we're going to play a game where we describe weekend routines versus weekday routines. Because, let's be honest, they're completely different.
Saturday Alex is a different person than Monday Alex.
Exactly. And if you're watching this, here's your challenge. Stick around until the end. We're going to have you describe your day in the comments, even just 3 sentences. We read every single one.
We really do.
So hit that subscribe button because this is going to be fun and educational, but mostly fun.
All right, I'm ready. Where do we start?
We start where every day starts, with the most annoying sound in the world.
My alarm?
Your alarm.
All right, let's paint a picture. It's 6:30 a.m., you're sleeping peacefully, dreaming about, I don't know, tacos or something.
Always tacos.
And then it happens. The alarm.
The worst moment of every day.
In Spanish, suena la alarma.
Suena la alarma. That means the alarm sounds.
Exactly. Suena comes from sonar, to sound, to ring. La alarma is the alarm.
Suena la alarma.
Now, be honest. What do you do when the alarm goes off?
I hit snooze immediately, without even opening my eyes.
Same. In Spanish, pospongo la alarma.
Pospongo la alarma. Wait, pospongo sounds fancy.
It kind of is. Posponer means to postpone, to delay. So you're postponing the inevitable,
I'm postponing adulthood.
basically. Say it again. Pospongo la alarma.
Pospongo la alarma.
Good. Now here's a question for everyone watching. How many times do you hit snooze? Comment una vez for once or muchas veces for way too many times.
I'm definitely muchas veces.
Same. I once hit snooze 7 times.
That's an hour and 5 minutes.
I was very tired, okay? Now, let's say you hit snooze 3 times. Pospongo la alarma 3 veces.
Pospongo la alarma 3 veces. 3 times.
Exactly. Tres is 3, veces, times.
So I can say pospongo la alarma 5 veces if I'm really struggling.
You can. Though at that point, maybe just go to bed earlier.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Fair enough. So eventually, you have to actually wake up because, life.
Unfortunately.
The phrase is, me despierto.
Me despierto. I wake up.
Yes. Despertarse is the verb, to wake up. Me despierto is I wake up.
Me despierto.
Now, say it like you're actually waking up. Groggy, confused, slightly angry at the world.
Me despierto.
Perfect zombie energy. That's exactly how everyone wakes up.
Why is waking up so hard?
Because beds are comfortable and life is difficult. Now, you're awake, but are you up?
What's the difference?
Awake means your eyes are open. Up means you're actually vertical.
Oh, there's like a 10-minute gap between those.
Exactly. That's why we have two phrases. So you're awake, eyes open, but you're still horizontal in bed, right?
Absolutely. This is the danger zone.
The danger zone?
Yeah, because if I get too comfortable, I'm going back to sleep. I've done it before.
Same. I once fell back asleep sitting up.
That's talent.
It's exhaustion. But anyway, to actually get up, me levanto.
Me levanto. I get up.
Yes, levantarse means to get up, to stand up, to rise. Me levanto is I get up.
Me levanto.
Now, what's the very first thing you do after getting up? Be honest.
Check my phone.
Same. Reviso mi teléfono.
Reviso mi teléfono. Reviso means I check.
Exactly. Revisar means to check, to review, to look over.
Reviso mi teléfono.
What are you checking? Social media, messages, the news?
All of it. I have a problem.
We all do. In Spanish, you could say, reviso mis mensajes or reviso las redes sociales.
Reviso las redes sociales. Social media.
Yep. Redes means networks. Sociales means social.
Reviso las redes sociales.
Good. Now, do you get out of bed immediately or do you sit there for a bit?
I sit there scrolling for at least 5 minutes.
Me quedo en la cama un rato.
Me quedo en la cama un rato. I stay in bed for a while.
Exactly. Quedarse means to stay, to remain. Un rato means a while, a bit of time.
Me quedo en la cama un rato.
Very relatable. Now, eventually, you have to actually stand up and face the day.
Do I have to?
Yes, because you need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, that's true. That's actually urgent.
See? Biology gets you out of bed when motivation fails.
The most honest statement I've heard today.
Now let's talk about what happens next. And quick engagement moment. Everyone watching, do you check your phone first thing? Comment sí or no.
I'm guessing most people say sí.
Probably. We're all addicted to our phones. Now, bathroom time. All right, you're out of bed, phone checked. Now you need to actually function like a human being.
That's generous. I'm more like a zombie at this point.
Fair. So you stumble to the bathroom. How do you say, I go to the bathroom?
Voy al baño.
Perfect. Voy is I go. Al is to the. Baño is bathroom.
Voy al baño.
Now, let's be real. The first thing you do in the bathroom is pretty obvious.
Do we have to talk about this?
We're being comprehensive, but we'll keep it polite. You can just say, voy al baño, and everyone understands.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Now, after that, what's next? Do you wash your face?
Every single day. It's the only thing that makes me feel human.
Me lavo la cara.
Me lavo la cara. I wash my face.
Exactly. Lavar means to wash. La cara is the face. Me lavo la cara.
Me lavo la cara.
Now, important question. Hot water or cold water?
Cold water. Shocks me awake.
Brave. I'm a hot water person.
Hot water in the morning?
It's gentle. I'm easing into the day.
I'm jump-starting my day like a car battery.
Different strategies. So, cold water is agua fría,
Agua fría. Cold water.
and hot water is agua caliente.
Agua caliente. Hot water.
So you would say, me lavo la cara con agua fría.
Me lavo la cara con agua fría. I wash my face with cold water.
Perfect. And I would say, me lavo la cara con agua caliente.
You and your gentle mornings.
Hey, we all wake up differently. Now, after washing your face, what's next?
Brush my teeth, because morning breath is real, and it's terrible.
So true. The phrase is, me cepillo los dientes.
Me cepillo los dientes. I brush my teeth.
Yes, cepillar means to brush. Los dientes are the teeth.
Me cepillo los dientes.
Do you use electric or manual?
Electric. I'm fancy.
Uso un cepillo eléctrico.
Uso un cepillo eléctrico. I use an electric toothbrush.
Nice. And for everyone else, manual is cepillo manual.
Got it.
Now, here's where we get to the big question. Shower in the morning or shower at night?
Oh, this is controversial.
Very controversial. I'm team morning shower.
Same. I can't start the day without a shower.
Finally, something we agree on. So, me ducho.
Me ducho. I shower.
Yep, ducharse is to shower. Me ducho is I shower.
Me ducho.
And for the night shower people, me ducho por la noche.
Me ducho por la noche. I shower at night.
Exactly. Now, everyone watching, comment mañana if you shower in the morning, noche if you shower at night. Let's settle this debate.
I'm very curious about this.
Me too. Now let's talk about shower temperature because this is also controversial.
All right, I'm in the shower. Obviously, I'm using hot water.
Con agua caliente.
Con agua caliente, because I'm not a monster.
What about those people who take cold showers?
They're lying. Nobody actually enjoys that.
I don't know. Some people swear by it. Health benefits or something.
Those people are stronger than me. I need my hot shower.
So the full phrase is me ducho con agua caliente.
Me ducho con agua caliente.
Same. I get in there and suddenly 20 minutes have passed.
It's the only quiet time I get.
Right? It's like a meditation chamber.
A wet, warm meditation chamber.
Exactly. So if you take a long shower, me ducho por mucho tiempo.
Me ducho por mucho tiempo. I shower for a long time.
Yes, mucho tiempo means a long time, a lot of time.
Me ducho por mucho tiempo.
And if you're in a hurry, me ducho rápidamente.
Me ducho rápidamente. I shower quickly.
Exactly. Rápidamente means quickly, rapidly.
Me ducho rápidamente.
Good. Now, after the shower, what do?
Dry off, obviously.
Me seco.
Me seco. I dry myself.
Yes, secar means to dry. Me seco is I dry myself.
Me seco.
Do you use a towel or air dry like a weirdo?
Definitely a towel. Who air dries?
You would be surprised. So, me seco con una toalla.
Me seco con una toalla. I dry myself with a towel.
Perfect. Now let's talk about the products. Do you use deodorant?
Every single day. Please, everyone, use deodorant.
Public service announcement. In Spanish, me pongo desodorante.
Me pongo desodorante. I put on deodorant.
Yes, poner means to put. Me pongo means I put on myself.
Me pongo desodorante.
Good. What about cologne or perfume?
Sometimes cologne. Special occasions.
Me pongo colonia.
Me pongo colonia. Or me pongo perfume for perfume.
Exactly. Me pongo perfume.
Me pongo perfume.
Now, hair. Do you style your hair or just let it do its thing?
I try to style it. It doesn't always cooperate.
Relatable. The phrase is me peino,
Me peino. I comb my hair.
or I style my hair. Peinar means to comb or to style.
Me peino.
Do you use gel, pomade, hairspray?
Gel, usually.
Uso gel, or me pongo gel.
Uso gel.
Perfect. Now, skincare. Do you moisturize?
Sometimes? Should I do it more?
Probably. Your future self will thank you.
Okay, now I feel called out.
Just trying to help. The phrase is me pongo crema hidratante.
Me pongo crema hidratante. Moisturizer.
Yep. Crema is cream. Hidratante is moisturizing.
Me pongo crema hidratante.
Good. Now let's get you dressed. And at minute 24, we're going to cover different outfit scenarios. work clothes versus weekend clothes. Stay tuned. All right, you're clean, you smell good, your hair is attempted.
Hey!
I'm kidding. Your hair looks great. Now you need clothes.
Finally! I've been naked for this entire bathroom routine.
In this hypothetical scenario, yes. So, how do you say, I get dressed?
Me visto.
Perfect. Vestirse means to get dressed, to clothe oneself. Me visto is I get dressed.
Me visto.
Good. Now let's be specific, because getting dressed is actually a whole process.
It really is.
What do you put on first?
Underwear, obviously. That's just logical.
Me pongo ropa interior.
Me pongo ropa interior. Interior clothing?
Basically, yeah. Ropa means clothes. Interior means interior. So, interior clothes.
Me pongo ropa interior.
Now, socks. Do you put socks on before or after pants?
Before. Is there another way?
Some people do pants first.
Those people are wrong.
I'm not getting into this debate. Socks are calcetines,
Calcetines. That's fun to say.
right? Me pongo calcetines.
Me pongo calcetines.
Good. Now, pants. What kind of pants are you wearing today?
Jeans, probably.
Me pongo jeans or me pongo pantalones.
Wait, jeans is the same in Spanish?
Yep, some words are the same. Jeans is jeans.
Me pongo jeans.
Easy. Now, what if you're wearing dress pants for work?
Then I'm probably having a bad day.
Fair. Those are pantalones de vestir.
Pantalones de vestir. Dress pants.
Exactly. Vestir means to dress formally.
Pantalones de vestir.
Good. Now, shorts for the summer.
Me pongo pantalones cortos.
Yes, or just shorts. Both work.
Me pongo shorts.
Perfect. Now, shirt. What kind?
T-shirt usually.
Una camiseta.
Una camiseta. That's t-shirt?
Yup. Me pongo una camiseta.
Me pongo una camiseta.
What if it's a button-up shirt for work?
Then I'm really having a bad day.
Me pongo una camisa.
Me pongo una camisa. Button-up shirt.
Exactly. Camisa is button-up. Camiseta is t-shirt.
Got it. Me pongo una camisa.
Good. Now, sweater, hoodie.
Hoodie for life.
Me pongo una sudadera.
Me pongo una sudadera. Hoodie.
Yes, sudadera is hoodie or sweatshirt.
Me pongo una sudadera.
Perfect. Now, shoes. This is important.
Why is it important?
Because shoes complete the outfit. What are you wearing?
Sneakers, probably.
Zapatillas or tenis.
Zapatillas. Me pongo zapatillas.
Yes, and if you're wearing dress shoes,
Me pongo zapatos.
exactly. Zapatos are dress shoes or regular shoes. Zapatillas are sneakers.
Me pongo zapatos or me pongo zapatillas.
Perfect. Now you're fully dressed. Let's get you fed. All right, you're dressed, you look presentable. Now what?
Now I'm starving because I haven't eaten anything.
Same. So you go to the kitchen. Voy a la cocina.
Voy a la cocina. I go to the kitchen.
Yes, la cocina is the kitchen.
Voy a la cocina.
Now, first priority. Coffee, tea, energy drink?
Coffee. Always coffee. I'm not functional without coffee.
Hard same. So, hago café.
Hago café. I make coffee.
Exactly. Hacer means to make or to do. Hago is I make.
Hago café.
How do you make it? Coffee maker, French press, instant?
Coffee maker. I'm not fancy enough for French press.
Uso la cafetera.
Uso la cafetera. I use the coffee maker.
Yes, la cafetera is the coffee maker.
Uso la cafetera.
Good. Now about instant coffee people.
Are they okay?
That can't be good.
Some people like it. Hago café instantáneo.
Hago café instantáneo. Instant coffee.
Exactly. Instantáneo means instant.
Hago café instantáneo.
Now, do you add anything to your coffee?
Milk and sugar. I like my coffee to not taste like coffee.
So honest. Le pongo leche y azúcar.
Le pongo leche y azúcar. I add milk and sugar to it.
Yes, le means to it, pongo means I put. Leche is milk, azúcar is sugar.
Le pongo leche y azúcar.
Perfect. Now, breakfast. Do you actually eat breakfast?
Depends on the day. If I'm running late, no.
So relatable. On days you eat, desayuno.
Desayuno. I have breakfast.
Yep. And on days you don't, no desayuno.
No desayuno. I don't have breakfast.
Exactly. Now, what do you eat when you do eat?
Toast? Cereal? Whatever's fastest.
Como tostadas or como cereal.
Como tostadas. Como cereal. I eat toast. I eat cereal.
Yes, comer means to eat. Como is I eat.
Como cereal.
What about eggs?
If I have time, sure.
Como huevos.
Como huevos. I eat eggs.
How do you like them? Scrambled? Fried?
Scrambled. Easier.
Huevos revueltos.
Huevos revueltos. Scrambled eggs.
Yes, revueltos means scrambled, mixed up.
Huevos revueltos.
And fried eggs are huevos fritos.
Huevos fritos.
Good. Now, do you eat at the table or standing up in a rush?
Usually standing up while checking my phone.
Same. Como de pie.
Como de pie. I eat standing up.
Exactly. De pie means standing up.
Como de pie.
And if you actually sit like a civilized person, como sentado.
Como sentado. I eat sitting down.
Yes. Now, the question everyone dreads. Are you running late?
Always.
Estoy tarde.
Estoy tarde. I'm late.
And when you're late, what happens to breakfast?
I grab something and eat it in the car.
Como algo en el coche.
Como algo en el coche. I eat something in the car.
Yes, algo means something, en el coche means in the car, or en el carro in Latin America.
Como algo en el carro.
Perfect. Now you need to actually leave. And at minute 32, we're doing that weekend versus weekday game I promised. Don't go anywhere. All right, you've had your coffee, you've attempted breakfast, now it's time to leave.
This is where the real panic sets in.
Why?
Because I can never find my keys. Ever.
Oh my God, same. Why is that a universal experience?
I don't know, but it's very stressful.
Okay, so you're looking for your keys. Busco mis llaves.
Busco mis llaves. I look for my keys.
Yes, buscar means to look for, to search. Las llaves are the keys.
Busco mis llaves.
Where do you usually find them?
In my jacket pocket from yesterday.
Las encuentro en mi chaqueta.
Las encuentro en mi chaqueta. I find them in my jacket.
Exactly. Encontrar means to find. Las encuentro means I find them.
Las encuentro en mi chaqueta.
Good. Now, what else do you need before leaving?
Phone, wallet, keys. The Holy Trinity.
Mi teléfono, mi billetera, mis llaves.
Mi teléfono, mi billetera, mis llaves.
Perfect. Now, do you check that you have everything?
I pat my pockets like a paranoid person.
Reviso que tengo todo.
Reviso que tengo todo. I check that I have everything.
Exactly. Que means that. Todo means everything.
Reviso que tengo todo.
Good. Now you're ready to actually leave. Finally.
Finally. What's the phrase?
Salgo de casa.
Salgo de casa. I leave the house.
Yes, salir means to leave, to exit. De casa means from home.
Salgo de casa.
Do you lock the door?
Of course, I'm not a monster.
Cierro la puerta con llave.
Cierro la puerta con llave.
I lock the door.
Exactly. Cerrar means to close, con llave means with a key, which means to lock.
Cierro la puerta con llave.
And then you panic and check 3 times that you actually locked it?
How did you know?
Because everyone does that. Reviso que cerré la puerta.
Reviso que cerré la puerta. I check that I closed the door.
Yes, cerré is I closed in the past.
Reviso que cerré la puerta.
Perfect. Now you're actually leaving. How do you get to work? Car, bus, walk?
I drive.
Conduzco.
Conduzco. I drive.
Yes, or manejo in some countries.
Manejo.
Both work. Now, everyone watching, how do you get to work or school? Comment conduzco for drive, camino for walk, tomo el bus for bus.
I'm curious about this.
Me too. Now let's talk about what happens during your actual day. All right, you've made it out of the house. You're on your way to work. How do you say, I go to work?
Voy al trabajo.
Perfect. Voy means I go. Al trabajo means to work.
Voy al trabajo.
And if you go to an office specifically?
Voy a la oficina.
Exactly. La oficina is the office.
Voy a la oficina.
Good. Now, what time do you usually arrive?
Like 9 a.m. if I'm on time. 9:15 if I'm being honest.
Llego a las 9.
Llego a las 9. I arrive at 9.
Yes, llegar means to arrive. A las 9 means at 9 o'clock.
Llego a las 9.
And when you're late?
Llego tarde.
Exactly. Llego tarde. I arrive late.
Llego tarde.
So relatable. Now, what's the first thing you do when you get to work?
Check my email and have more coffee.
Priorities. Reviso mi correo electrónico.
Reviso mi correo electrónico. I check my email.
Yes, correo electrónico is email. Or you can just say email. It works in Spanish too.
Reviso mi email.
Perfect. And more coffee?
Hago más café or tomo más café if there's already coffee made.
Exactly. Tomar means to drink or to take. Tomo café.
Tomo café.
Good. Now, what do you actually do at work?
I work on the computer all day.
Trabajo en la computadora.
Trabajo en la computadora. I work on the computer.
Yes. O trabajo en el ordenador in Spain.
Trabajo en el ordenador.
Perfect. What kind of work do you do?
Meetings. So many meetings.
The bane of modern existence. Tengo reuniones.
Tengo reuniones. I have meetings.
How many meetings?
Too many. Muchas reuniones. Tengo muchas reuniones.
So relatable. Do you like meetings?
Absolutely not. Most of them could be emails.
This is the realest thing you've said today.
It's true. Let's have a 30-minute meeting to discuss something I could have written in 2 sentences.
Pain. Okay, so you have meetings. What else?
I answer emails, I make phone calls, I pretend to look busy.
The full work experience. Contesto correos. Hago llamadas.
Contesto correos, hago llamadas, I answer emails, I make calls.
Exactly. Contestar means to answer.
Contesto correos.
Do you take breaks?
Sometimes, if I remember to.
Tomo un descanso.
Tomo un descanso. I take a break.
Yes. Descanso is break or rest.
Tomo un descanso.
Good. What do you do on your break?
Scroll my phone, walk around, get snacks.
Me tomo un café. Como algo. Reviso mi teléfono.
Me tomo un café, como algo, reviso mi teléfono.
Yes. Como algo means I eat something.
Como algo.
Perfect. Now, lunchtime. This is important.
Very important. It's the highlight of my day.
When do you eat lunch?
Usually around 1 p.m.
Almuerzo a la 1.
Almuerzo a la 1. I have lunch at 1.
Exactly. Almorzar is to have lunch. A la 1 is at 1 o'clock.
Almuerzo a la 1.
Do you bring lunch or buy lunch?
I bring lunch because I'm trying to save money.
Smart. Traigo mi almuerzo.
Traigo mi almuerzo. I bring my lunch.
Yes. Traer means to bring. Traigo is I bring.
Traigo mi almuerzo.
And if you buy lunch?
Compro el almuerzo.
Perfect. Comprar means to buy. Compro is I buy.
Compro el almuerzo.
Good. Where do you eat? At your desk? Cafeteria? Outside?
At my desk, like a sad person.
Many people do. Como en mi escritorio.
Como en mi escritorio. I eat at my desk.
Yes. Escritorio is desk.
Como en mi escritorio.
Now, after lunch, what happens?
The afternoon slump. I get so tired.
Me da sueño.
Me da sueño. I get sleepy.
Exactly. Sueño means sleep or sleepiness. Me da sueño is it makes me sleepy or I get sleepy.
Me da sueño.
Do you drink more coffee to fight it?
Always. Tomo más café.
Smart. Now let's talk about the end of the workday. And at minute 38, we're doing the weekend routine comparison. Almost there. All right, it's finally the end of the day. What time do you finish work?
Usually 5 p.m. Sometimes later if there's a crisis.
Salgo del trabajo a las 5.
Salgo del trabajo a las 5. I leave work at 5.
Exactly. Or termino de trabajar a las 5.
Termino de trabajar a las 5.
I finish working at 5.
Yes. Terminar means to finish, to end.
Termino de trabajar a las 5.
Good. Now, do you leave exactly at 5 or do you stay late?
I try to leave at 5, but sometimes my boss gives me more work at 4:55.
The worst timing. A veces me quedo tarde.
A veces me quedo tarde. Sometimes I stay late.
Yes. A veces means sometimes. Quedarse means to stay.
A veces me quedo tarde.
And when you finally leave, how do you feel?
Exhausted, relieved, hungry.
All valid. Estoy cansado. Tengo hambre.
Estoy cansado. Tengo hambre. I'm tired. I'm hungry.
Yes. Cansado means tired. Hambre means hunger. Tengo hambre is I'm hungry.
Tengo hambre.
So what do you do? Go straight home?
Usually, yeah, unless I need groceries.
Voy directamente a casa. Or voy al supermercado.
Voy directamente a casa. I go directly home.
Exactly. Directamente means directly, straight.
Voy directamente a casa.
And if you stop at the store?
Voy al supermercado.
Perfect. Supermercado is supermarket.
Voy al supermercado.
Good. Do you buy a lot or just a few things?
Usually just what I need for dinner.
Compro algunas cosas para la cena.
Compro algunas cosas para la cena. I buy some things for dinner.
Yes, algunas cosas means some things. Para la cena means for dinner.
Compro algunas cosas para la cena.
Good. Then you go home.
Then I finally go home.
Vuelvo a casa.
Vuelvo a casa. I return home.
Yes. Volver means to return, to go back.
Vuelvo a casa.
Perfect. Now let's talk about what happens when you get home. The evening routine. All right, you're home. Finally. What's the very first thing you do?
Take off my shoes and collapse on the couch.
Same energy. Me quito los zapatos.
Me quito los zapatos. I take off my shoes.
Yes, quitarse means to take off, to remove. Me quito is I take off.
Me quito los zapatos.
Good. Then what? You mentioned the couch?
Yeah, me tiro en el sofá.
Wait, you actually know that phrase?
I learned it from watching Spanish TV.
Look at you! Me tiro en el sofá. I throw myself on the couch.
Me tiro en el sofá.
Perfect. Though you can also say me siento en el sofá if you're being more civilized about it.
Me siento en el sofá. I sit on the couch.
Exactly. Sentarse means to sit. Me siento is I sit.
But honestly, me tiro is more accurate.
Fair. You're exhausted. Now, do you change clothes immediately?
Immediately. Work clothes come off the second I'm home.
Me cambio de ropa.
Me cambio de ropa. I change clothes.
Yes, cambiarse means to change. De ropa means of clothes.
Me cambio de ropa.
What do you change into?
Sweatpants and a t-shirt. Maximum comfort.
The universal home uniform. Me pongo pantalones cómodos y una camiseta.
Me pongo pantalones cómodos y una camiseta. I put on comfortable pants and a t-shirt.
Exactly. Cómodos means comfortable.
Me pongo pantalones cómodos.
Good. Now you're comfortable. What's next?
Check my phone for like 20 minutes.
Be honest. Is it 20 minutes or an hour?
Maybe an hour.
Reviso mi teléfono por una hora.
Reviso mi teléfono por una hora. I check my phone for an hour.
Yes, por una hora means for an hour.
Reviso mi teléfono por una hora.
What are you looking at? Social media?
Social media, messages, news, the usual doom scroll.
Reviso las redes sociales, leo las noticias.
Reviso las redes sociales, leo las noticias. I check social media. I read the news.
Exactly. Leer means to read. Leo is I read. Noticias means news.
Leo las noticias.
Good. Now, eventually you have to think about dinner.
Ah, yes, the eternal question.
What's for dinner?
I ask myself this every single night, and I never have a good answer.
Same. ¿Qué hay para cenar?
¿Qué hay para cenar? What is there for dinner?
Yes, it's the question that haunts us all.
Every single night.
Now let's talk about actually making dinner. And everyone watching, comment what you're having for dinner tonight, in Spanish if you can. All right, you need to make dinner. Do you cook or order food?
Depends on how tired I am.
Honest answer. So some days you cook.
Some days, when I have energy.
Cocino.
Cocino. I cook.
Yes, cocinar means to cook. Cocino is I cook.
Cocino.
What do you cook?
Something simple. Pasta, chicken, rice.
Cocino pasta, cocino pollo, cocino arroz.
Cocino pasta, cocino pollo, cocino arroz.
I cook pasta, chicken, and rice.
Exactly. Pollo is chicken. Arroz is rice.
Cocino pollo y arroz.
Perfect. Do you follow a recipe or just wing it?
I wing it most of the time. I'm not that organized.
Improviso.
Improviso. I improvise.
Yes. Improvisar means to improvise, to wing it.
Improviso.
Good. Now, what about the days you don't cook?
I order food, usually from the same 3 restaurants.
Pido comida.
Pido comida. I order food.
Yes. Pedir means to order, to ask for. Pido is I order.
Pido comida.
What do you usually order?
Pizza, Chinese food, or tacos.
The holy trinity of takeout. Pido pizza, pido comida china, pido tacos.
Pido pizza, pido comida china, pido tacos.
Perfect. Do you order online or by phone?
Online. I don't like talking on the phone.
Same. Pido por internet.
Pido por internet. I order online.
Yes, por internet means online, through the internet.
Pido por internet.
And then you wait?
And then I wait and check the app 50 times to see where the driver is.
Why is that so accurate?
Because we're all anxious and hungry.
Fair point. Espero la comida.
Espero la comida. I wait for the food.
Yes, esperar means to wait. Espero is I wait.
Espero la comida.
How long does it usually take?
They say 30 minutes, but it's always 45.
The eternal lie. Tarda 30 minutos, pero siempre tarda más.
Tarda 30 minutos, pero siempre tarda más. It takes 30 minutes, but it always takes longer.
Exactly. Tardar means to take time, to delay. Siempre means always. Más means more.
Siempre tarda más.
So true. Now, when the food finally arrives, what do?
Eat immediately. I'm starving by that point.
Como inmediatamente.
Como inmediatamente. I eat immediately.
Yes, inmediatamente means immediately, right away.
Como inmediatamente.
Where do you eat? Table, couch, bed?
Couch while watching TV.
Como en el sofá mientras veo la tele.
Como en el sofá mientras veo la tele. I eat on the couch while I watch TV.
Exactly. Mientras means while. Veo is I watch.
Como en el sofá mientras veo la tele.
Perfect. Now let's talk about what you watch. So you're eating on the couch, watching TV. What are you watching?
Whatever's on Netflix or YouTube.
Veo Netflix. Veo YouTube.
Veo Netflix. Veo YouTube.
Do you watch shows or movies?
Usually series. I'm in the middle of like 5 different shows.
Veo series.
Veo series. I watch series.
Yes, serie is series or show.
Veo series.
What kind? Comedy, drama, crime?
Whatever keeps me entertained, usually comedy.
Veo comedias.
Veo comedias. I watch comedies.
Good. Do you watch in Spanish for practice?
Sometimes, when I'm feeling ambitious.
Veo programas en español.
Veo programas en español. I watch programs in Spanish.
Yes. Programas means programs or shows.
Veo programas en español.
Perfect. Now, what else do you do in the evening?
Scroll my phone some more, text friends, waste time.
The modern evening routine. Uso mi teléfono. Mando mensajes.
Uso mi teléfono. Mando mensajes. I use my phone. I send messages.
Yes, mandar means to send. Mensajes are messages.
Mando mensajes.
Do you call anyone?
Sometimes I call my mom or my friends.
Llamo a mi mamá. Llamo a mis amigos.
Llamo a mi mamá. Llamo a mis amigos. I call my mom. I call my friends.
Yes, llamar means to call. A is to in this context.
Llamo a mis amigos.
Good. Do you do any hobbies?
Sometimes I read. Sometimes I play video games.
Leo un libro. Juego videojuegos.
Leo un libro. Juego videojuegos. I read a book. I play video games.
Yes, jugar means to play. Juego is I play.
Juego videojuegos.
Perfect. What about exercise? Do you work out in the evening?
I should, but I usually don't.
Honest. Debería hacer ejercicio, pero no lo hago.
Debería hacer ejercicio, pero no lo hago. I should exercise, but I don't do it.
Yes, debería means I should. Ejercicio is exercise.
Debería hacer ejercicio.
We all should. Now, as the evening goes on, what time do you start getting ready for bed?
Probably around 10 or 11. Depends on how sucked into my show I am.
Me preparo para dormir a las 10.
Me preparo para dormir a las 10. I prepare to sleep at 10.
Yes, prepararse means to prepare oneself. Dormir means to sleep.
Me preparo para dormir.
Good. And now here's the hook I promised. Let's compare weekday routine versus weekend routine. All right, this is going to be fun. We're going to compare your weekday routine to your weekend routine.
Oh, they're completely different.
That's what makes it interesting. Let's start with waking up. Weekday versus weekend.
Weekday, alarm at 6:30 a.m., hate my life. Weekend, wake up naturally at 10 a.m., feel like a king.
So different. Weekday, Suena la alarma a las 6:30. Me despierto temprano.
Suena la alarma a las 6:30. Me despierto temprano. The alarm sounds at 6:30. I wake up early.
Yes, temprano means early.
Me despierto temprano.
And weekend?
Me despierto tarde. I wake up late.
Exactly. Tarde means late. Me despierto tarde los fines de semana.
Me despierto tarde los fines de semana. I wake up late on weekends.
Yes, los fines de semana means the weekends.
Los fines de semana.
Good. Now breakfast, weekday versus weekend.
Weekday, coffee, and maybe toast if I'm lucky. Weekend, I actually make a real breakfast. Eggs, bacon, the whole thing.
Ooh, fancy. Weekday, tomo café rápidamente.
Tomo café rápidamente. I drink coffee quickly.
And weekend?
Preparo un desayuno grande. I prepare a big breakfast.
Yes, grande means big. Un desayuno grande.
Preparo un desayuno grande.
Perfect. What about getting dressed?
Weekday, work clothes, boring. Weekend, sweatpants all day.
Living the dream. Weekday, me visto para el trabajo.
Me visto para el trabajo. I get dressed for work.
And weekend?
Me quedo en pijama. I stay in pajamas.
Yes, me quedo en pijama todo el día.
Me quedo en pijama todo el día. I stay in pajamas all day.
Exactly. Todo el día means all day.
Me quedo en pijama todo el día.
Perfect. Now, activities. What do you do on weekends versus weekdays?
Weekday, work, obviously. Weekend, whatever I want.
Freedom! Weekday, trabajo 8 horas.
Trabajo 8 horas. I work 8 hours.
And weekend?
Hago lo que quiero. I do what I want.
Yes, lo que quiero means what I want.
Hago lo que quiero.
What do you do on weekends?
Sleep in, watch movies, see friends, go out to eat.
Duermo hasta tarde. Veo películas. Salgo con amigos. Salgo a comer.
Duermo hasta tarde. Veo películas. Salgo con amigos. Salgo a comer.
Yes, dormir is to sleep. Duermo is I sleep. Hasta tarde means until late.
Duermo hasta tarde.
Perfect. Do you go out at night on weekends?
Sometimes, if I'm feeling social.
A veces salgo por la noche.
A veces salgo por la noche. Sometimes I go out at night.
Yes, por la noche means at night.
Salgo por la noche.
Where do you go?
Restaurants, bars, movies, whatever.
Voy a restaurantes. Voy a bares. Voy al cine.
Voy a restaurantes. Voy a bares. Voy al cine. I go to restaurants. I go to bars. I go to the movies.
Yes, cine is cinema or movie theater.
Voy al cine.
Good. And bedtime? Weekday versus weekend.
Weekday, I try to sleep by 11 p.m., try being the key word. Weekend, 2 a.m. is normal.
So different. Weekday, intento dormir a las 11.
Intento dormir a las 11. I try to sleep at 11.
Yes, intentar means to try, to attempt.
Intento dormir a las 11.
And weekend?
Me duermo a las 2 de la mañana.
Yes, de la mañana means in the morning, a.m.
Me duermo a las 2 de la mañana.
Perfect. So your weekend self is basically a different person.
Completely different. Weekend Alex is free. Weekday Alex is a prisoner.
So dramatic.
But true.
Fair enough. And everyone watching, are you a weekday person or a weekend person? Comment semana if you're productive during the week. Fin de semana if you come alive on weekends. All right, it's getting late. Let's talk about actually going to bed.
The routine I should have but don't always follow.
Same. So ideally, what should you do before bed?
Brush my teeth, wash my face, actually put my phone down.
The ideal routine. Me cepillo los dientes.
Me cepillo los dientes. Again,
Yes, twice a day, morning and night.
me cepillo los dientes.
Good. Do you wash your face at night too?
I should. Sometimes I'm too tired.
A veces me lavo la cara.
A veces me lavo la cara. Sometimes I wash my face.
Honest. What about skincare?
What about it?
Do you use any products?
Should I?
Probably, but that's a different video. For now, let's say you put on night cream. Me pongo crema de noche.
Me pongo crema de noche. I put on night cream.
Yes, de noche means of night or nighttime.
Me pongo crema de noche.
Good. Now, do you set an alarm for tomorrow?
Every night, with dread.
Pongo la alarma.
Pongo la alarma. I set the alarm.
Yes, poner means to put or to set. Pongo is I set.
Pongo la alarma.
What time?
6:30 a.m., way too early.
Pongo la alarma para las 6:30.
Pongo la alarma para las 6:30. I set the alarm for 6:30.
Yes, para means for in this context.
Pongo la alarma para las 6:30.
Good. Now, do you read before bed?
I try to. Sometimes I just scroll my phone instead.
The eternal struggle. Leo un poco antes de dormir.
Leo un poco antes de dormir. I read a little before sleeping.
Yes, un poco means a little. Antes de means before.
Leo un poco antes de dormir.
And the reality?
Uso mi teléfono en la cama.
Uso mi teléfono en la cama.
I use my phone in bed.
Yes, we're all guilty.
We're all guilty.
Do you set a time limit?
I tell myself just 5 more minutes for an hour.
Why is that so relatable?
Because we're all lying to ourselves.
True. Eventually, you have to actually sleep, though.
Eventually,
How do you say, I go to sleep?
me voy a dormir.
Perfect. Or me duermo.
Me duermo. I fall asleep.
Yes, dormirse means to fall asleep. Me duermo is I fall asleep.
Me duermo.
Do you fall asleep easily?
Sometimes, other times I lie awake thinking about every embarrassing thing I've ever done.
Oh no, the nighttime anxiety.
It's the worst.
A veces me cuesta dormir.
A veces me cuesta dormir. Sometimes it's hard for me to sleep.
Yes, me cuesta means it costs me, but in this context means it's hard for me.
Me cuesta dormir.
What do you do when you can't sleep?
Count sheep, listen to music.
Cuento ovejas. Escucho música.
Cuento ovejas. Escucho música. I count sheep. I listen to music.
Yes, contar means to count. Ovejas are sheep. Escuchar means to listen.
Escucho música.
Does it help?
Eventually, I pass out from exhaustion.
The natural solution. And the cycle starts again tomorrow.
Me despierto y empieza todo de nuevo.
Perfect. And the cycle continues. Now we have one more section, the big finale. All right, everyone, this is it, the moment we've been building to.
I'm nervous.
Don't be. You're going to describe your entire day from waking up to going to sleep in Spanish right now.
The entire day?
The entire day. And everyone watching, this is your challenge too. After Alex finishes, pause the video and try it yourself. Then comment at least 3 sentences from your routine.
Okay, I can do this.
You can. I'll help if you get stuck, but I bet you won't need it. Ready?
Ready. Here goes. Suena la alarma a las 6:30.
Good start.
Pospongo la alarma 3 veces. Me despierto a las 7. Me levanto y reviso mi teléfono.
Keep going.
Voy al baño. Me lavo la cara con agua fría. Me cepillo los dientes. Me ducho con agua caliente por mucho tiempo.
Yes.
Me seco con una toalla. Me pongo desodorante. Me peino. Me visto. Me pongo jeans y una camiseta.
You're doing amazing.
Voy a la cocina. Hago café con la cafetera. Le pongo leche y azúcar. Tomo el café rápidamente porque estoy tarde.
So relatable.
A veces como tostadas, pero normalmente no desayuno. Busco mis llaves. Las encuentro en mi chaqueta. Salgo de casa y cierro la puerta con llave.
Perfect.
Conduzco al trabajo. Llego a las 9 o a veces llego tarde. Reviso mi email. Tomo más café. Trabajo en la computadora.
Keep going.
Tengo muchas reuniones. Demasiadas reuniones. Almuerzo a la 1. Como en mi escritorio. Por la tarde me da sueño y tomo más café.
The coffee cycle is real.
Termino de trabajar a las 5. Vuelvo a casa. Me quito los zapatos. Me cambio de ropa. Me pongo pantalones cómodos.
Almost there.
A veces cocino, pero normalmente pido comida. Pido por internet. Como en el sofá mientras veo la tele. Veo Netflix o YouTube.
Good.
Uso mi teléfono. Mando mensajes a mis amigos. A veces llamo a mi mamá. Me preparo para dormir a las 11.
Final stretch.
Me cepillo los dientes otra vez. A veces me lavo la cara. Pongo la alarma para mañana. Leo un poco, pero normalmente uso mi teléfono en la cama. Me duermo a las 12. Y todo empieza de nuevo mañana.
You did it.
I did it. I just described my entire day in Spanish.
That was incredible. Did you notice you barely hesitated?
I know. Once I started, it just flowed.
That's because you've been learning it in context. You weren't memorizing random words. You were learning your actual life.
This is wild. I actually feel like I can speak Spanish now.
You can speak Spanish. You just did.
I did.
And everyone watching, you can do this too. Seriously, try it. Describe your day, even just 5 sentences. Comment them below. All right, everyone, we're at the end of our longest video ever.
50 minutes. That's like a whole Spanish lesson.
It is a whole Spanish lesson, and if you made it this far, you're amazing.
Seriously, comment llegué hasta el final if you watched the whole thing.
Yes, that means I made it to the end. And if you did, you deserve a medal.
Or at least a like button press.
Definitely that. So here's what we want you to do.
3 things.
First, hit that like button. It really helps us make more free content like this.
Second, subscribe if you haven't already. We post videos every week.
And third, this is the most important one. Describe your day in the comments, in Spanish.
Even if it's just 3 sentences.
Even 1 sentence. We'll read every single comment and reply.
And if you make mistakes, that's okay. That's how you learn.
Exactly. No pasa nada if it's not perfect.
The goal isn't perfection. The goal is communication.
And you can definitely communicate now. You have all the vocabulary you need to describe your daily life.
Which is like 90% of real conversations.
At least. So use it. Tomorrow morning, narrate your routine out loud in Spanish.
Even if you feel silly.
Especially if you feel silly. That means you're pushing your comfort zone.
And that's where learning happens.
Exactly. Now, what's coming up next week?
Ooh, next week we're doing Spanish for social situations. Meeting people, making plans, small talk.
All the stuff you actually need to make friends in Spanish.
I need that video.
We all do. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications on.
All right, everyone. That's it from us.
Thanks so much for watching this very long video.
You're dedicated and we appreciate you.
Remember, you already know more Spanish than you think.
You just proved it by watching this video.
So go practice. Describe your day. Live your life in Spanish.
And we'll see you next week. Hasta la próxima.
Wait, let me do it properly this time. Hasta la próxima, amigos.
Perfect. You're already thinking in Spanish.
I guess I am.
All right. We'll see you next time. Adios.
Adios.